Hi everybody, my name is Greg from Maslow. I'm going to talk to you today about a new search engine that I have designed. So this search engine is based on a data set of products and their physical and chemical components. It is also based on machine learning and more specifically GPT-3 from OpenAI. So the landing page is pretty classic. You have some curated data in orange that called the smarties, and then on top of this you have the search bar. So the curated data is they are basically the answers from the engine. I'm going to elaborate a little more about how this data is created and why. So for that, I'm going to demonstrate a little bit how the search engine works. So I can ask it some question about the data set. For example, how toxic is hand soap for the environment? So here I have just been typing my question. I already have some level of answer. Now I'm pressing enter. And I have another level of the algorithm that is now based on the curated ground truth data. It is going to be able to form some sort of logic and attempt to answer that question. So that answer is pretty good. It's pretty direct. So I have a way to vote up or down in case it's wrong or it's inaccurate. It is an interpretation, so it is based on more than accuracy, more in exploration. So right now this is pretty simple. There is one product, one focus. So I can go a little more further than this. Okay. So here, all right. Now we are asking for multiple variable based on multiple products. Right now it's only finding the lip balm. The soap, we can tell it called hand soap more specifically. We also want lip balm in it. All right, we're getting there. So the goal is to kind of like go back and forth until you have the right data created. So now I press enter, and I get a formulated answer for the entire data here. So it is really optimized to lead chemical and product experiments. So we are like, for example, we can bring a couple different products together and then compare their ingredients and everything, and then ask the machine to bring us some intelligence, some level of reasoning that could be interesting for my business or for my field. And then we can gauge if this is useful or not and where that can lead. What happens if we mix those ingredients? What happens if we replace an ingredient by another? The goal is to really push the engine to give us some new pieces of data that could be interesting for the entire community. So we've seen that the engine can bring back multiple products and can even compare them. Okay. All right, so here I'm bringing this time two different products and I'm gauging their recyclability level. So now I'm asking for an interpretation of it. And so he's saying the muscle milk genuine strawberry is more recyclable than Similac powder, which is true, like higher level of recyclability. So I'm pretty satisfied with that. I'm going to upvote it this time. It's going to keep giving me more formulation, more interpretations. Once I upvote it here, basically, that's when it gets curated and it arrives here in the list. So whenever you search anything, if you keep searching by pressing enter, like whatever you search, I'm not saving everything, but I am saving the things that are upvoted and downvoted. And those that are upvoted, they end up on the landing page. So you can see now. So the goal here is to really involve the community into co-participating with the artificial intelligence, with the AI, in trying to bring up intelligence that might be crucial for a business or even a field or an industry. So we let the engine create logic, more and more complex logic. You can ask for simple questions, but the more complicated you get and the more the answer that the engines are going to give you are going to be varied. Basically, for a simple question, you will have pretty reliable, reoccurring, stable answers. And so as you bring more complex questions and you train the algorithm to reason about complex situations or complex products, the more you're going to be able to curate interesting pieces of evidence here, and the more the algorithm is going to be able to answer with interesting replies and interesting pieces of intelligence as we retrain them. So it is a closed circle where the community itself is creating the algorithm in order to generate more and more interesting data over time in a changing world, in a changing ecosystem.